Seeing students develop across the 4 years of the course that we run here is really gratifying.
It's really satisfying when you see students leave university, they're going to do great things.
We set out to try and work with each individual student to achieve the best that they possibly can.
It's very rewarding to actually make a difference and to put them on the path to a career that's really going to last them for the rest of their lives.
We have a great team, and most of us, I think, have all been involved with primary education at the chalk face at some point in our careers.
The lecturers were just so experienced and all been in the classroom themselves, so they totally knew what they were talking about.
We all sort of looked at toys like
Carolyn was such a down-to-earth person. She's absolutely lovely. Everyone loved going to her lectures. She actually taught me things and demonstrated various techniques that I still use now, 10, 12 years later.
I think that if you have an understanding of the primary classroom situation, then it's much easier to be able to, put those ideals across to the students.
We have broadcast industry standard equipment, cameras and software edit suites, and our students are very lucky because when they leave university they sort of have a step up the ladder in terms of employability.
As soon as I graduated, I got a job as a runner in the industry and worked my way up through being a screenwriter and a researcher, and eventually ended up as a producer.
What we try to do is get across as much as we can in an environment that is informative, relaxed, but critical.
Sue Thompson was one of those lecturers that made the effort to focus on those key attributes that certain people would demonstrate. More than anything, she was sort of very instrumental in finding out what it was that I saw was missing from a project. She'd find a way to get it out of me so that it'd be still me making the work happen.
As a student, he was always very keen, very enthusiastic and very determined, and I think you need that determination if you're going to succeed in TV.
Yeah, a pharmacist really should be someone who's a good scientist. They've got to be good communicators, they've got to empathise with people, they've got to be someone who wants to make a difference.
You've got to be patient, you've got to be caring, you've got to be reliable, you can't just flitter here and there.
Well, you've got a grounding in both the clinical aspect and then you've got grounding in dispensary and you've got law and things that it incorporates like whichever route you want to take really.
We have a mock-up pharmacy here on site. We try to put the students in an environment which is very similar to that which they will find when they're at work.
The law programme is pretty challenging. It requires a lot of hard work, but for students who put that hard work in, it can be hugely rewarding. Continue with your submission, counsel.
The reasonable person would not, in general, find the standard.
Chris was a very big part of my first years at university and even all the way towards the end. I feel that his passion towards law has inspired me and helped me sort of decide what I want to do with my life.
We've got a range of the usual types of rooms you'd expect, lecture theatres, seminar rooms and so on.
The facilities there are extremely modern. It was much easier for me to do my work because of the IT systems, but I always had access to the library and I always had access to my work and to my lectures.
We've also got a moot court here that enables us to engage in mooting activity as an extracurricular activity. Students come in with different ideas, and part of the way we teach is about an exchange of ideas. It is about debating issues, and as part of that we sometimes are forced to think about things slightly differently.
You're sitting in front of the TV and you're watching, and all of a sudden you recognise names as they're rolling up the credits, and it's absolutely wonderful to sit there, puts a big smile on my face, it's great.
I just don't think I would be a producer today if it wasn't for Sue.
The twins were both delightful students and got deservedly first-class honours.
His passion for law has made me feel passionate about law as well.
That's why we're doing the job. It's a great thrill.
I'm really proud of the fact that here at the University of Sunderland we've managed to provide Claire with a life-changing experience.
She really did change my life.
University of Sunderland. Life-changing.